Hello, I'm John,
And I'm Nancy.
and we are
J&N
J&N Travels.
Travels.
Well, Nancy, we finally made it down to the famous Buc-ee's,
We did.
and we bought ourselves a nice bag of Beaver Nuggets.
Beaver Nuggets.
And what we'd like to do today is do a taste test with our two children who joined us for 2 weeks and give our opinions, all four of us, on what we think of these Beaver Nuggets.
Yep. I'm going to see who likes the Beaver Nuggets.
All right. They smell really good, very sweet.
Hey, Eva, could you describe the flavor?
Very sweet. Can definitely taste caramel. Very sugary.
How about the texture of it?
Good. They're crunchy. It's almost like a crunchier cheese puff.
What would you compare the flavor to?
It's almost like a cheese puff with caramel on it instead of cheese.
Okay. If you were to rank this from 1 to 10, what would you give it?
6.
And would you recommend it to other people?
I would if you like a really sweet snack. Like if you like caramel popcorn.
Thank you, Amber.
You're welcome. So Johnny, what would you describe the flavor of those?
The flavor is a sweet caramel.
And how about the texture?
Texture is very crunchy. It's got a nice pop to it.
And what would you compare them to?
You know, I'd almost compare them to like a sugar pop cereal, but a little bit of a sweet salted caramel added to it.
Interesting.
Yeah, very good.
And what would you rate them from 1 to 10?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give them a 7. They're pretty good.
7. And would you recommend them to people?
Absolutely. They got to be a must-have.
Hey, Nancy, could you describe the flavor?
There's a caramel flavor. They're sweet, and I can taste caramel.
Okay, could you describe the texture?
Crunchy.
What would you compare this flavor to? Anything you've had before?
Almost like a caramel popcorn, but a little bit different.
If you were to rank the Beaver Nuggets from 1 to 10, what would you rank them?
Oh, I'd give it an 8. I like them.
And would you recommend those to other people?
Yeah, they're good. If you like caramel popcorn, these are good. I mean, caramel popcorn is my favorite, but I would say this is second to my caramel popcorn because I really like these.
Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome.
All right. How would you describe the flavor?
I'd say it's almost like a caramel on a cereal, opposed to on a piece of popcorn or something.
And how about the texture of them?
Like everyone has said in the past, it's a crunchy flavor, texture.
And is there any other foods you would compare them to?
I want to say caramel corn right off the bat, but it's not as dense or as tough as a caramel corn, but along that line.
And what would you rank them from 1 to 10?
I would give it a strong 6 or 7, I think.
Okay. And would you recommend them to people?
I would recommend them, but I don't think you can have too many. It's very sweet, so you'd probably get sick of them very quick.
And remember, stay young and have fun.